Oh shoot, I'm totally prepared for this. Hey guys, this is pretty unusual. This is the first time in a while that I have opened up with myself streaming as opposed to just taking like a few minutes to set things up. Probably because I was running late, but nonetheless, hi, I'm Dirk the Red Panda, and this is the start of March Madness. Ironically, it's the best girl category we're going to start out with, because ladies first. Might as well get the inaugural bracket started first. So, we may be missing 2 minutes from when the responses will be accepted, but I decree that the responses will be accepted starting now. All 0 of them. Alright. But don't worry if you don't have the link right now. I have it in my... That is the wrong page. That is also the wrong page. I also have it in the match results form if anybody wants to look there and actually follow the results. It's the same page as the rankings / selection process results sheet. But the form nonetheless, I am going to copy y'all on it and put it in the chat and in my description right about now. And welcome to everybody who's joining right now. Sorry for being very impromptu and last second about this. I just did not get the best sleep. Let's just say that. Sleep is a odd friend, but this ain't about me. This is about our best girls. Who, our first matchup, as you can see, is Selma from Ocean Avenue, my character, and... man, I'm reading this from my Streamlabs screen, so best quality. But Selma from Ocean Avenue is going up against Adine from Angels with Scaly Wings. I wasn't sure if it was Adine or Anna, because 2 A's. Too much. The A's are going insane. But here we go. Here is the best girl poll. And with my lack of preparation, I do not have the Spotify music up just yet, but the Spotify music is coming in just now. So basically this is kind of a poll to kick off the matches and say, hey, they've started. I'm going to open them up live and I'm going to close them live. Speaking of which, I'm going to open up the best boy one because it technically should have started at the same time, but I'll do a separate video on that in a bit. I just want to kick off the best girl bracket first just to give it its introduction, but over the next 3 days, each round, I guess, until we get to the Final Four, will be 3 days each. The Final Four and the Finals matches are going to be 4 days, just to give a little extra suspense, I guess. But we are going to randomly fly through the chill hop, instrumental chill hop beats for streamers 2021 thingamabob for background music. Thank you again, Spotify, for this music. And let me know if it's too loud. I am adjusting the volume for you guys. Yes, all of them are best girls. And none of which have any descriptions. Unfortunately, I couldn't get around to doing all of them. Like, we tried doing it in a meeting the other day and we only got to like most of the best boy ones. And yeah, there are some that we did not have our forte with, and so unfortunately we do not have descriptions for everybody, but at least in the best boy matchups you'll be able to see them. So that is what be happening so far. So I see we already got 2 responses, and I'm not going to reveal them now. I'm not going to put my 2 result people on blast right now, but 3. Gonna put all 3 of you on blast. No, I kid. But yeah, basically these matches are going to determine who makes the Sweet 16. So as we can see here, our Sweet 16, luckily I can put them all on one screen because it's small enough. Our Sweet 16, we already have our top 4 candidates in the Sweet 16 because they had nobody to face in the first round. But basically, our remaining 12 winners from this round are going to come here and give our top 4 a challenge. So That's why we don't see Saya from Tennis Ace, Jenna from Echo, Verissa from Power Beyond the World, and Virginia from Adastra/Kimiya in our first round. I have them as the thumbnail. Totally spooked you guys with that one. Totally tricked you, but no, they have a bye for the first round, so don't worry if they're not there. Doesn't mean they're eliminated. Just means they got a bye. Good question, Christian. Next year, there'll definitely be more. This year, we didn't get the best start up to it, I guess, or well, I don't know. I was like figuring out the whole system of how to select candidates that I just kind of got short-sighted by picking best girl candidates. But yeah, next year we'll definitely be open to a lot more suggestions and rounding out this bracket with a lot more candidates. So yeah, Best Boy was like a big priority this year because it was really loaded this year with tons of candidates. But Best Girl, we got 28 candidates in total so far, and so that's all we have for this first year, but that just means we're gonna grow from next year. It's great to see the interest from Christian and yeah, people like that who want to see the Best Girl category grow, because I think Best Boy and Best Girl, I think both of them are gonna be awesome categories. It's interesting to see like the differences with like, yeah, who's popular in each category. And I've mentioned this before, possibly a non-binary one if enough characters get suggested. So that's a long distant future vote, but yeah. So these are kind of our first matchups. They're on our Google poll here. Wow, 7 of you already responded. You guys are fast. Guys, gals, whatever, non-binary battles. Everybody here, y'all just be voting fast. I haven't even voted. Which I think I might make a tradition of voting live on here just to kind of show how I chose them. I'm not sure if that would swing anything, but I don't know. Maybe, should I? Where do I vote? The description is, or well, the description. The comment is a few lines above you. I posted it in the chat box, but it's also in the description. So if you see my Best Girl poll, colon, and a link, it's right above Christian's question. So feel free to go at that. But who is in our first round matchups? As I talked about our 4 who got a bye already, who are our actual competitors? Tough words to say. All right. So as I mentioned a bit earlier, I mentioned Selma versus Adine is our 16 versus 17, so that should be our closest matchup, I guess, in terms of seeding. But moving on to the next matchup, we have Madame Dora from the Smoke Room versus Shiva from Wolfstar Sins in Paradise. And in that same section, we also have another Wolfstar matchup, in a sense. We have Artemai from Temptations Ballad going up against Rose from Wolfstar Sins in Paradise. And as we continue down the list, we have, for our 5th seed, this is the character who just missed out on getting that first round bye. Maria from Extracurricular Activities. Well-beloved character, but yeah. Unfortunately, 4 people beat her out for the spot. But she's going to be facing off Mindaloo from Identity. And once again, our 3rd Wolfstar candidate is mentioned within the same 4 matchups. Wow. So we got Ilya from Temptations Ballad versus Jenny from Wolfstar Sins in Paradise. Moving down from there, Dahlia from the Smoke Room, Anna from Angels with Scaly Wings. I'll definitely go into more detail with the actual like matchup results when the results come, but for now, this is kind of an awkward episode where I'm not transitioning from one round to the next, so I'm kind of just coming up with kind of just initial content to kick things off. But yeah, we have 2 byes here. Jenna with a bye, Verissa with a bye. But the winner who will face Verissa will be Sep from the Hayseed Knight versus Sally from Limits. So as you can kind of see here, I made kind of little boxes or sections for each of them just to show who's going to be facing each other in the next round. Yeah, and don't feel like you have to vote for everybody. Like, not all the questions are required. I made it so that you can only vote once. Because last year, Lord knows we had a crazy situation where we had some issues with the voting. But nonetheless, we are all settled in terms of structure, hopefully. But moving on to our last 5 matchups for our first round. We have Karina from Santa Lucia versus Liz from Afterclass. Winner of that will face Ginny from Repeat versus Lucra, or Lucia. Not sure how to pronounce the name, unfortunately. I'm just going to say Lucra from Identity. And then from there, Cynthia from the Smoke Room facing off Camila from Identity. And the winner of that will face off Ayako from Tennis Ace versus Emira from Angels with Scaly Wings. And the final matchup, just before I conclude this quick mini stream, I guess you can call it, and kick off the Best Boy round, our last matchup of the inaugural Best Girl round and Best Girl tournament is Holly from the Smoke Room versus Zoe from Psychic Connections. Winner will face Virginia from Adastra. So, those are your matchups, and if you have followed these games, you'll have a good enough sense of who to vote for. And like I said, you do not have to vote for all of these matchups because it's just whichever ones you are most familiar with that you just need to really vote on. So it's vote for as few or as many as you want. And luckily for me, I know most of these candidates. I'm going to be a little less familiar when it comes to the Best Boy category, which I'm going to be streaming in a few minutes. I will have the poll open already, but I'll just be posting it in the chat. But I'm going to be making that into a separate live stream, which I'll immediately end this one and then start that one. Just to make 2 separate videos so I can have separate playlists for the Best Girl and Best Boy categories. So, let's just quickly check. 15 of you guys responded. Why do I keep saying you guys? That's just a bad habit of mine to say yeah, like you guys instead of y'all. I'm trying to be more gender neutral, but I need to be more aware of that. Training myself. But yes, these are our matchups. As you can see here, all these are bye matches because we have less than 32 candidates, so everybody won the technical first round, so that's why you'll see in the thumbnail art, which I can give a little sneak previews of, that there isn't any real, like, there isn't really any, like, first round matchups, so I'm scrolling through my folders really fast just to give you guys a preview, which I'll post these on Discord, I'll post these on Twitter too, just to give shoutouts to each of these creators, but I'll probably be doing that after both videos have finished, both Best Girl and Best Boy. And welcome to everybody who has joined already. Sorry for being so hectic. I've just been really bad at just organizing everything this past weekend. Just got a bit, I dropped the ball, I guess I could say. So if anybody wants to see an example of our first matchup, the section 16 match, Selma versus Adine, it is behind the other layer. Or is it? I do not know because I have not shrunk it enough, and it appears to be behind a layer, I think, but also hidden. Anyway, here is what the preview art will be. This will be posted on Twitter. This will be posted on my March Madness Discord. And I'll be blasting this art for each of the matchups after both videos end. Alright, so I guess I don't really have too much to really reveal for this, like, video, unfortunately. Like I said, once results are presented and stuff like that, these videos will be a bit longer and a bit more substance filled, but since this is the first video of the best girl bracket, we have to start somewhere, and that somewhere does not have too much content. But I am going to end this stream here. Sorry for the sudden end, but we gotta start the best boy bracket out too, because I know a lot of you are hyped for the best boy bracket as much as the best girl bracket is getting into full swing, and we were hyping that one up. We gotta give an official greeting to the best boy category. So, this video will end and another live stream will pop up immediately afterwards. So, stay tuned for that as I quickly change out the thumbnails. So, this will be my quick little end to it. You guys will be here. Oh, shoot. I gotta stop. Y'all. It's like I need to slap myself every time I incorrectly say you. Whatever, I should be saying y'all. Gotta be more southern. But, yeah. So that's it for this video, y'all. Come back here in 3 days where I'll live stream the results on Wednesday afternoon. And that will be to determine who makes the Sweet 16 of our inaugural Best Girl bracket. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, take care, guys.